Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. Governor John Dejongh blasts Hovensa in a special report. A VI senator reacts about the fallout of the Hovensa speech. A teacher in Puerto Rico has been sentenced for the unthinkable. And our boys go to the Dominican Republic. Those stories and more up next for you on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, Governor John Dejongh blasts Hovensa in a special broadcast that was aired right here on News Channel 8. Let's look at some highlights.
6 months ago, on January 17th, a date that will long be remembered as one of great disappointment in our recent Virgin Islands history, I received a call from Mr. John Hess, the chairman of the board and the CEO of Hess Corporation. Mr. Hess was calling to inform me that the next morning, Hovensa, the joint venture of Hess and PDVSA, the national oil company of Venezuela, will be issuing a press statement announcing the closure of the oil refinery on St. Croix, which included the dismissal of all of its employees and the termination of the contracts with all its independent suppliers and contractors, thus costing over 2,000 residents to lose their jobs on St. Croix. Mr. Hess was not calling to ask us to do anything or to ask me for our thoughts on this matter. He was simply calling to inform the government and the people of the Virgin Islands of a decision that had already been made, a done deal, with no input from us. A decision we now know was actually made in December of 2011. That we received less than 24 hours notice was a sure indicator of just how little the U.S. Virgin Islands has come to mean to Hess. But rest assured of one thing, and let me be very clear, my only interest is the protection of health, safety, and security of these islands and our people. My only concern is our future, not Hess's and not the Venezuelan National Oil Company's future. The closing of Hovensa has had a range of devastating impacts on our community. It has caused the loss of 2,000 direct jobs. It threatens to devastate the St. Croix economy. It threatens the long-standing price discounts to WAPA in the form of subsidized fuel supplies presently valued at about $50 million a year, which have kept our electricity costs from rising even higher. And because Hovensa operates the only docking facility, storage facility, and distribution facility, the so-called rack, on St. Croix, their action has caused many to fear a threat to the availability of gasoline and other fuels on St. Croix. I have presented to the owners of Hovensa what is a choice of compromise proposals for it to consider, all of which are designed to lead to the reopening of a more efficient and profitable oil refinery on St. Croix. Boiled down to the essentials, our proposals are simple and straightforward. We ask Hess and PDVSA to make plans with us for the reopening of a more efficient refinery, jointly working to get the benefits of lower cost fuel supply for the refinery that can also be lower price fuel supply for WAPA. If they do not agree to do so, we ask them to proceed with us to find new owners who will work with us to achieve the results we seek. And operating an efficient oil refinery on St. Croix, providing jobs and revenues, using a fuel that will allow us to produce more affordable electricity for our residents. And if Hovensa chooses not to accept either of the compromise proposals I've offered them, then I expect them to fully and completely comply with all the requirements of the contract that is in place between the government and the company. Hovensa's failure to do so will require least efficient and the least desired outcome of all, an action to enforce the terms of the contract. I hope that it will not come to this.
There's sure to be some fallout from that speech last night. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Wow. Some blasting statements from our governor, John Dejongh Jr., on the giant corporation Hovensa. We're going to get right to it in the headquarters of Senator Alicia Chucky Hansen, and then I'm going to give you a statement from Richard Layton, who took over David Rasnowski's position as spokesperson for Hovensa, because he has two words for the Virgin Islands. Senator, It's pretty cut and simple. It looks like Hovenza is just leaving us holding the bag. Now the governor has come out on that special report on ABC last night and blasted the giant corporation. And what does it mean for our territory in the future?
Like most people, I too got tuned in to hear what news we were going to receive. And of course, I was disappointed because I really thought it had to do with announcement that some alternative is going to come right now at that site. However, I was very proud and delighted to hear the governor, after explaining the position of Hess Hovensa PDVSA relative to the people of the Virgin Islands, taking such a strong stand on behalf of all of us. So he's ready to battle, and that's my thing. I'll battle the war with him. The issue here is that I've continuously insisted that a third extension agreement is in violation. Okay, they are not following it to the T, to every word that's in that third extension agreement. As a result, the LEAC has affected us all. Businesses goes out of business. Parents cannot send their children to colleges anymore. Some of them can't even bring them back home unless it takes from Peter to pay Paul. We have health issues that cannot be addressed by many people because the LEAC is affecting every single soul in the Virgin Islands. It is crippling our economy, and this didn't have to happen. I did not wait for the experts. I'm glad that the experts have now told the governor that there's an issue with that third extension agreement. I even took the issue in court, highly debated. You was there. Yes. Every single time in support of the people of the Virgin Islands. And not a word came in that opinion. Although it was highly debated in court, any word on the issue of the third extension agreement. That was a major disappointment for me. But now you're hearing the governor on the same issue saying they may have to have and go the route of litigation. And I discovered and revealed that they claim they broke, but they're not building just one industry in China, but three. Okay? 3 industries. Who are they to tell us that we are to give them our submerged land for $1 stinking per year? Okay? Does that remind you of the dirty 2 cents per barrel?
Yeah. And that's what you were echoing all along.
Come on.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel?
Yes, there's always light to the end of the tunnel because we are Virgin Islanders, we have ancestors, we know how to live, we know how to survive. We need industries like Hovensa here in the territory. What we need, though, is a balance. Let you have what you have to have, and the people of the Virgin Islands must have equal opportunity, equal share in whatever deal. There must be a balance.
The 2 words from Richard Layton, the spokesperson for Hovensa that took David Rasnowski's position. I called him today. He got to me, and I was very happy with that. Here's the 2 words for our territory since the speech last night. No comment. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And this was just handed to me. We know that a 28-year-old man was shot and killed in Mumbai earlier this week, and unfortunately, shots have also been heard again in Mumbai, narrowly missing a woman in her home. We ask everyone to please be safe and please be on guard. We'll be right back with your Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your news from around the Caribbean region. From the Caribbean, Arcos Dorados has named Luis Raganato as director of the Caribbean division at Latin America's largest restaurant chain and the world's largest McDonald's franchisee. As regional director, he will oversee operations in Curacao, Aruba, Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guiana, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Trinidad and Tobago, and Puerto Rico. From the Caribbean, a major regional body, the Association of Caribbean States, is encouraging member countries to adopt a United Nations program to help them streamline trade and increase transparency in business procedures. From the Caribbean, Lindblad Expeditions will introduce 3 8-day, 7-night departures through the Lesser Antilles beginning next year. The week-long voyage will explore Dominica, the renowned landscapes of St. Lucia and the idyllic Grenadines. From Cuba, the Russian movement has sent a letter to UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to demand an end to the blockade imposed on Cuba by the United States for more than half a century. Additionally, Russia is holding talks about opening a naval base on the island. From the Dominican Republic, rising natural gas prices have begun to concern wider sectors when Dominican Business Federation President Ivan de Jesus Garcia accused the local subsidiary of the U.S.-based company AES of applying unjustified increases. From Guyana, the Chinese-owned Bosai Minerals Group, Incorporated, says it is losing millions of dollars as it is unable to fulfill its international obligations as a result of the protest action that has virtually shut down the mining town of Linden. From Jamaica, South African President Jacob Zuma has recently reached an agreement to strengthen ties with the country. From Puerto Rico, a former teacher at the Bioman Military Academy has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for the production of child pornography. Roberto Encarnacion Ruiz, 33, of Guaynabo, was arrested by HSI special agents in June, along with 4 other men, for inducing a female minor to engage in sexually explicit conduct. From Puerto Rico, Green Energy Renewable Solutions, a developer and operator of municipal solid waste processing and recycling facilities, has just announced that it has entered into a letter of intent to form a joint venture with Landfill Solutions of Puerto Rico to remediate and manage the Yubucoa municipal landfill that has been closed since last year. From St. Lucia, as Emancipation Day celebrations swept the Caribbean, so did the development of women's football. That's when FIFA and the St. Lucia Football Association kicked off the Women's Football Community Seminar in Castries. And in your Olympic update, Cuban female pole vaulter Yarisly Silva got the first Olympic gold medal for Cuba in track and field. The Dominican Republic's Felix Super Sanchez became not only the first Dominican to ever win an Olympic gold medal, but now a second after taking first in the 400-meter hurdles. He's also the oldest athlete to win gold for an Olympic speed race at almost 35 years old. Puerto Rico's Javier Poulsen took the bronze, and Lalonde Gordon showed true grit when he won Trinidad and Tobago's first medal of bronze in the men's 400 meters finals, clocking 44.52 seconds, a new personal best. And world champion Karani James snatched gold in the 400-meter finals on Monday night to hand Grenada its first ever Olympic medal. Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full stories and details in the Caribbean Report. Now, Sterling Optical has turned out to be a great corporate sponsor. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Well, Stacy, a lot of times, you see that Stacey Amos's hair done by, wardrobe done by, you never know that Wesley Small's eyeglasses are from Sterling Optical. Over half my years here at ABC in this territory, they have sponsored my glasses. Folks, they've done it again. They've put out some scholarships for your children. Unbelievable. And times are so hard, Joel, we didn't think that you would make it. And while you were unable to fly some of the St. Thomas recipients here, some of them are off to college already anyway, this young man here, proud young man, has all the scholarship money in these envelopes. And we're going to be talking to past winners as well as the present ones and their proud moms and dads who are standing forefront. And all I could say is, Joel, congratulations to you and your lovely wife, Dr. Lisa Adams. You've done it once again.
And I want to continue thanking the Virgin Islands, St. Croix and St. Thomas, for being dedicated patrons of Sterling Optical. And it's because of your efforts over the years that we've been able to be socially responsible corporate citizens of the islands and give back as much as we have done over the last 12 years. And it's really a pleasure to be given the opportunity to give. And we know by giving, we are also going to be receiving. So we've got a young lady who has come back and she's continuing her education. But congratulations to all of the recipients, and go out and be successful and come back and continue giving to our community.
Congratulations to you. I'm going to let Dr. Adams and the young man introduce us, but first I'd like to talk to this young lady. I believe her name is Crystal.
Yes,
right?
Mr. Thomas.
Yes, and we were in the color purple together, and I latched on to her every time we went into church. It's Sunday morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Wes. I'm just really happy to be here today to see all of the young men and young women receive the scholarship money because I know it was extremely helpful to me when I went off to college in Kentucky. And thankfully, I'm able to be back here in St. Croix to pursue a master's degree in clinical medical science through Barry University.
Give her a round of applause. We'll be doing that for you momentarily soon. Congratulations.
Yes, I'll be in the physician assistant program, and I'm very excited to get started this August. So I look forward to pursuing my career in the Virgin Islands and helping my fellow islanders. So congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Adams at Sterling Optical. Once again, it's that time of the year for Sterling Optical and the Adams Mahipet Scholarship. Even though these are hard economic times, Sterling Optical is still keeping in tradition of education, and so today 11 young people will receive checks in the amount of $1,250 to be used to further their education. So our first recipient is Mr. Malachi Bess.
I graduated from St. Croix Central High School. I'll be going to Lincoln University in Pennsylvania to study criminal justice.
Our next recipient is Mr. Osai Wallace.
Wallace, congratulations.
Graduated from the St. Croix Educational Complex High School, and I will be attending the University of the Virgin Islands in St. Thomas, where I will be studying the field of chemistry.
Next we have Ms. Shanae Allen.
Congratulations.
I graduated from the Sen Hansen Educational Complex, and I will be attending the University of the Virgin Islands.
Nakima Wilkinson.
I graduated from the St. Croix Country Day School, and I will be going to Lehigh University in Pennsylvania, and I'm majoring in biology.
Miss Ashanta Bruni.
Congratulations. Where do I know you from? McDonald's. Okay. Congratulations.
My name is Ashanta Bruni. I graduated from the St. Joseph Catholic High School, and I'll be attending St. Thomas Campus, University of Virgin Islands, to study nursing.
Mr. Henry Mark.
Mark, congratulations.
I graduated from the Good Hope School, and I'll be attending the College of William and Mary in Virginia.
Next we have Miss Jaylene Cintron. Her grandmother will be accepting her check. Jaylene has already started college in Puerto Rico at the Inter-American University.
Congratulations, Rodriguez. Okay.
Jaylene is studying nursing, and
what school she graduated from?
She graduated from Central High School.
Now we have 4 recipients from St. Thomas. They're not here today, but I will just call their names and the schools they graduated from. First we have Kajay Jacobs. Kajay attended All Saints Cathedral School. She's already at Cornell University, and her major is human biology. Next we have Jacoy Hawley. Jacoy graduated from Ivana Idora Keene High School. He plans to attend University of Tampa, and his major will be nursing. Miss Pernelia Xavier attended Charlotte Amalie High School. She plans to attend University of the Virgin Islands and study business management. And we have Mr. Ajani George. He attended Charlotte Amalie High School. He will be studying athletic training at King College.
Sterling Optical is continuing to help us out. They've still got to pay high LEAC bills and rent and everything else. I'm going to ask this, that if you do care about this reporter, if you do care about your eyes, then please visit Sterling Optical, because this place will help you out. And as you shop for good eyewear and take care of your vision 2020, they're taking care of our students. So you're knocking out 3 and 4 at a time. Visit Sterling Optical. I'm Wes Small. Give yourselves a round of applause again. Wes Small's Eyewear by Sterling Optical.
Looking very good in those Sterling Optical eyeglasses, Wes. We'll be right back with your Sports 411.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
It's time to cheer on our baseball team as they head out to the Dominican Republic. News Channel 8's Wes Small was at the airport earlier today to see them off.
Hola, we coming to Santo Domingo to kick your butts. Hey!
Posse up! Posse up! We got the juniors right here, and look, I'm ready. I got the finger out, the Rollins. Hey, I'm bigging y'all up. You know, Mr. Brown, he's already on the plane. This is what, 16, 17?
This is 16 and 15, 16.
15
the junior
and 16.
League.
Well, tell us what it took to get here, and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sen Hansen. I am the vice president of Elmo Plaskett East of the league, and also the secretary.
Elmo Plaskett East.
And also
that's Jamie's old hood. Yeah.
And also the vice president for the Virgin Islands Baseball Federation. So it's a collaboration. So with the East and West League, along with the VI Federation, we're participating in a tournament in the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, and we're going to where they have the academies.
Right
the
on.
baseball Major League academies.
So a lot of scouts are going to be around, guys.
More likely. We're going to have some training with the Diamonds.
Arizona.
And also with the Baltimore Orioles.
Wow.
Along with, we're going to participate in a tournament, which is supposed to be a great tournament. I already know that we have some tough competition with the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, USA has teams in it as well. So we're going to compete. And I'm sure these guys are willing, ready, and they're going to learn as much as they have to offer over there.
All right. Well, let me get some of the guys in here. Y'all ready? What position do you play?
Play shortstop.
I play shortstop too, man. You're pretty tall for a shortstop.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Leonardo Castillo.
You ready, bro?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, so you're going to be the translator for these guys?
Probably.
So they don't get in trouble, right? All right, we're gonna go to town. Who else can I talk to? What's your name, young man?
Johnny Doty.
You ready to? Yeah. What position you play?
Center field.
All right, you ready to do it?
Yeah, man.
I do want to say something. It was a very expensive trip. This is not a trip that we're just invited to. We have to pay to get in there. And we want to thank Banco Popular.
Yes.
Got to get big up to Banco Popular. If it wasn't for them, they made a major contribution to this trip. If we didn't have them with their support, we wouldn't have been able to make this trip. Also, along with Housing Park Recreation, the VI Olympic Committee, and we had Attorney Grona and some other folks who we're going to thank when we get back.
Jerry.
But definitely, I wanted to big up Banco Popular.
At Henry Rolson Airport, bring home the medals and the trophies, all right? Kick much butt. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.